Well, hi there, racing fans, and welcome to another show, Winning Ways, where we're going to have a very interesting Your Call. We've got Roy Mudley, not in studio, he's too busy, he's a tycoon, you know. But what he did was he had 5 winners on the day on Wednesday. Unheard of.
Unheard of. It's, he's had 1, 2, 3 years an owner in a race in Natal. In case you didn't know, I've never known it to happen. I've asked Matthew Lips to look at it, see if this has been done before. But 5 winners in the day. It's very interesting because he's at the races.
Ask Matthew Lips to look at the handicapping of those horses.
Yeah. Great, James. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. But that's Your Call, and then don't forget that's Roy Mudley, Roy and Mumsy. It's a tribute to them.
Yeah.
But let's talk your Lions. They nearly got bombed.
They were actually very lucky,
yes,
I thought, to win. And I thought that the Sharks were incredibly stupid. When Kerwin Bosch kicked those 2 drop goals with 5 minutes to go, they should have just kept on doing that. And Mallet said the same, kept on doing that. Pin them in their 20.
Volvo gets the ball, and instead of kicking it back into 22, there's 2 minutes left. He tries to run. Then he gets caught offside. They get a penalty and they win from their own half.
Absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's best for us. The best side is going
the most
through.
Talented side's
and
going
as I've said from day one, these guys will win the Super 15, and I'm.
They're going to have to raise their game a bit, James.
Oh yeah, but they will. But you know, the big problem with the Lions, as I see it, is that they're missing the captain. Yeah. Whiteley is inspirational. Yeah. Not only that, they've got to play a lock at 8th man, so they're playing the son at 8th man.
Good player.
A very good player. But Whiteley should be at 8th man, and the kid should be at lock with, because Ferreira was pathetic at lock. Okay.
I don't know who ref the game, but he's not on my Christmas list.
Mostert,
he's a good player.
Brilliant player.
Very
but he
good player.
needs
Creel, good player.
He needs the kid on his side, you know, because that's what makes him. Ferreira really
and
worked.
The Stormers went out. They played hard. They went out. So,
Stormers, I thought, were a bit stupid too. They should have won that game.
The 3 Kiwi teams play 1 South African team. Yeah. That's the semis, basically.
Well,
no Aussie teams started.
Kiwis are ganging up on us, but we're going to show them this year. And, you know,
well, if the Lions can show something, it'll give us Springboks a bit of inspiration that you can take on these top.
If Whiteley's back, and I'm not sure that he is, but if he's back, very hard team to beat.
Golf. What do you think of the golf?
Well, I don't know what happened with Spieth on the 13th.
I watched it. He went so far back, my house was closer.
But wasn't he out of bounds?
No, the rules, the official was there. He hit it so badly, he was in bounds, but in the worst possible, so he had to take a drop, so he could go back. He went past the vans, the TV vans, right back onto the practice. He's allowed to go on the practice where they said. Then he hit a humdinger. And I think he might have got a bogey there, but after that, birdie, eagle, birdie.
Well, that was just unbelievable the way he finished, and I really felt for Matt.
He spoke well afterwards. He spoke very well.
He's actually very good for the game.
Yeah, he's good for the game.
Fresh face, young man, good at the game, and plays very, very well.
Yeah.
Just talking about soccer, which I know you love to talk about. Is it soccer or football?
Depends what country you're in. America, it's soccer, definitely.
And here?
Here it's football.
It's nonsense, man.
American have got football.
I'm a soccer. I'm a Kaiser Chiefs of soccer.
Soccer.
Yeah, okay. So soccer here, all right?
No, football.
There's last man standing.
Yes, this is the Budgie Burns come up with that concept that we want you to go onto a site called Onside SA. There's a competition when the Premier League starts, and James, everybody's an authority when it comes to the Premier League. Everyone's got their say. Just go on this website, and basically, James, 100 Rand, which goes to charity, and you have to pick a side that wins each week. You can't have a draw, can't have a loss. So you pick Man United if they win, you go through it the next week, but you can never pick Man United again.
Yeah, so you got to work your way through the Premiership sides and find a winner every week.
They say it won't go 7 weeks, and everyone will be out.
But the prize is a phenomenal prize. You can go and watch your side play.
Yes.
So Joe Ramsden can go and watch West Ham. He'll be the only man in the stand.
That's right.
But he can go and watch them if he ends up winning. So,
it goes. The guy who wins this last man standing, or last one standing, as they call it here, gets to fly to, as I say, with accommodation and flight for him, and Budgie's going with to the team of their choice. Fantastic prize and a great concept.
For 100 Rand.
100 Rand.
Unbelievable.
Have you entered?
I certainly have. What do you think?
I would.
I'll cop our Arsenal the first game. Leicester are back. Okay, the way things are going. But we're going to move on and have a look at 3 to follow. Okay, well, we're going to the Vaal on the 20th of July, dead middle of winter. Mike the Cock stepped out another one, and my compadre thinks that this is the next July winner. So let's go and have a look at Noble Secret winning at the Vaal. It's by Dynasty, and it's bred by Mouton's Hook. And when the stalls open, you'll see a bit tardy, but off the pace in the early part.
Yeah, well, Killer Warrior and Soaring High show speed here, but soon Randall Simons has soon got this Dynasty having his sights on the leader, and this is an absolute, I think the commentator calls it a training toss or a training gallop. It is just so far superior. This is beautifully bred. Nice to see Costa Lavanis, and he's a big player, has been for many years in the industry, and he's had some big horses with Michael de Kock, with Jeff Woodruff and a few others. And this horse is really good, and wins by 9 1/4. The rest of them are in the rest of bed when they come to the last 2 furlongs. Jim, this name must go on your fridge.
Well, you get to look at these horses, the way this horse canters up to them and runs past them very, very green. You'll see that he hasn't been put under much pressure at all by Randall Simons. Just keep him going. He seems to have a good action. The strength of the field is to be seen, but we wonder where he will go now, this horse. He looks like a big, strong son of Dynasty, and my guess would be Mike will put him away and prep him in some of those
Could he get on the plane?
No, I don't think so. I think they missed the plane. Yeah,
Okay.
I think the plane's gone.
The plane, he missed the plane, eh?
Yeah, and I don't think Mike's keen on taking these 2-year-olds to buy. I think.
Remember, he's got unbeaten Group 1 winners too, so he's got a strong hand this year.
Yeah. We're going to move on and we go to Scottsville. Obviously, on Sunday, all the best horses are still here, and so it shows. These big stables are still stepping out good ones. This one from Dean Canamare's stable, Pearl Glow, really looks like the business.
Yeah, it's a very pleasing debut. And the horse's name is Pearl Glow, not Noble Secret. There it is there, 3 off the left, comes out, as James would say, tardily. And there's good speed in the race. And the eventual winner is Up in Smoke. A lot of support for a horse called Emma's Oracle. Emma's Oracle shows speed and then fades over the
just
stable
in front
mate.
of it, actually. Emma's Oracle is just in front of it. In fact, 2 horses in front of it with a sheepskin noseband, white cap. This horse is in the yellow behind. It must be about 5 or 6 lengths behind this Karari filly. Owned by Mike Proctor. Nice to see Mike in with a nice horse here. And this certainly looks like a runner. Main Chance bred it.
Yeah.
And $500,000.
It's a very impressive. The way it picks him off for third, because the first 2, Continum looked magnificent in the parade ring. Continum runs a cracking good race, but Up in Smoke, Duncan Howes and Keegan DeMille have got the number. That's the white colours up the middle. Continum's towards the inside, and this horse is just coming on nicely, James.
Yeah, absolutely. Continum comes to Up in Smoke now, and it's a good fight between the 2. And the Grey filly runs a cracker in second. She should win next time out. And then Pearl Glow absolutely runs on really, really well. In third place, Anthony Del Pesh rode it, and you think that you can be with that next time. Now, the next one we're going to go to, Drachluan. Well, that must be Scottish or something.
Probably the name of a whiskey or something, a single malt. I don't know what it means.
Drachluan, you don't know?
Don't know what Drachluan means.
Well, it's by Twice Over out of Werewolf, bred by Heversham Park, and this ran a very good race. Let's go and pick them up at the start. It was drawn towards the outside there, 13. Dennis Dryer's horse, which was fancied here, lost the jockey in the stalls. You can see it down there.
The declared non-runner.
Declared a non-runner, and this ran a cracker.
Yeah, the JPEG Perfect J wins it for Dean Canamere and Anthony Delpesh down the inside. But the front 3 run very good races. They're right on top of each other. And as I said, it's a sparkling debut.
Yeah, it's behind them now in this green and yellow hoop sleeves. And it's about 4 off the right-hand side in behind the horse that's got the sort of orangey cap. And must be 4th, 5th last now, got a white star on its head. But watch this horse run on. It runs on really well. And Twice Over has already produced a Group 1 winner. He looks like he could be very good side.
Yeah, he looks like he's a great start to his career. Well done to the boys who brought Twice Over here. But this horse runs a cracking good race because the winner's right down the inside. This horse comes from the other side of the track. Very green, James.
Yeah, got a smack with the left. change the stick to the right, and now he's still got a length to make up on them, but really runs on extremely well. Lugging in, looking for company, which you normally find with the first time. With 2 more strides, he wins it. This horse runs a cracking good race.
Yeah,
and certainly,
remember the name.
Certainly looks like he's worth having a good look at. We still haven't freed our horse, but I assure you by next week it will be freed. So let's see.
Gates back and they're racing. Early Dart was slow to stride here, and goodness me, Graham Gibbons, a rodeo act here at Wolverhampton.
But Diak on the inside, the first 2 to begin. Pepe Simo makes a disastrous mistake at the first, and a fantastic recovery.
Last strokes of summer, this could be the ride of the year.
Vector Northwalk has, well, I don't think he's going to finish the race like that. Fantastic.
Hagen Sword jumps it like a Puissance wall, and Pepe Simo again, another brilliant recovery by Walsh. Sent him into orbit.
We've had in the ambulance, the fire department, unfortunately putting out blazes in England, buildings and all that type of thing. Everyone's trying their best, but we're assured that this horse will be okay. But it's still holding its condition quite well. Yeah. Looks like it's getting fed, getting properly fed, our horse. Yeah. Anyway, if you want to watch the full unabridged version, you have to go onto YouTube, but go and watch it there. We're going to go and have a look at Plum of the Week.
Back to the outside, Jingaloba, and then comes Tender Trip. They're into the last 400 metres. Main Roll is on the outside of the track, and Mrs. Bader down the centre. Heaven's Door, the cheek piece, is running on. Last Girl Standing now finding a good finish down the centre, and here comes Last Girl Standing. Runs on strongly at Main Roll, and Heaven's Door on the outside. Heaven's Door and Last Girl Standing to fight it out. Last Girl Standing just going to get home. Last Girl Standing beat Heaven's Door. Main Roll third. Jingaloba, then Juba. Greencrest followed them.
Well, that looked like the bet of the day on the Vaal on Thursday, apart from Mike de Kock's first timer, which won in a common canter. But if you bankered this in the pick six, last leg of the pick six, and it was the favourite, and it was 4-1 on Interbet, you had to thank Kamala. It was absolutely out of the top
very
draw.
vigorous. I hope at 8 when I got home, but he was really into it, and he managed to get it to come across and get up. And the runner-up, Heaven's Door, that fought gamely.
Very gamely. In fact, I just thought it was for a favourite to win like that. There was another one, Lonelier the Brave, Marcus Road. It was a choice between the two to have the Plum of the Week. But because you got to thank the jockey sometimes and say to yourself, my goodness gracious, without him, that wouldn't have won. Anyway, we're going to take a break and we'll be back.
My name is Mark van Devent. I'm a fanatic horse player, absolutely passionate about racing because of the excitement of the puzzle and all the effort that goes into solving it. But it's a great spectacle too. The horses going into the pens before the start of the race, the build-up of tension, and then finding out which horse has it in them to come down in the final stages with just 100 metres left when they're gunning for the line, neck and neck. You never know really what's going to happen in the sport. That's part of the fascination of horse racing. But with Interbet, I know not only do I still get the best odds on their site, and it's also the most informative and user-friendly place for me to bet online. Interbet were the pioneers of online and Mobi betting in South Africa, and they will continue to innovate and lead the way. Interbet, where the professionals bet.
Right, another segment of current affairs. There was only one stakes race, and that was down in Cape Town at Kenilworth, the final Fling Stakes, Group 3 for the girls.
It's actually quite a good race. This is always quite well supported.
Yeah.
And you had Gugu's sister in the race, the 3-year-old. She was a hot favourite. But the winner, good filly. And Glenn Cotson's stable, he's had an unbelievable season, Glenn. I think best season he's ever had.
Well, I don't know. He's had some massive horses, Big City Love season,
but I mean, as a season, winners and whatever, he's trained up a lot of winners. You know.
Yeah. So should we go have a look at it, Jim? It was won by a horse called Sylvan Star. The betting suggested that Ngaga would win it, or Time to Dream. It was second favourite with the winner. But let's go and have a look.
Hilaria finally got to the lead. She has it by a length and a half. Mr. Ray is racing up in second. Rock on Wood races in behind that one in third. Sylvan Star races just in behind those as they spin off that false rail. Ngaga's just in behind that, and they race towards the outside with the Time to Dream. They're inside the final 400 now. Sylvan Star made an early dash to pick up the lead. Up towards the outside at Time to Dream. Ngaga is switching in and she's starting to come home nicely. Sylvan Star is still in front. She's flat to the boards. A Time to Dream is up on the outside. Ngaga still has a couple to make up on the inside. Sylvan Star keeps hanging in front. She's rolling tough, and Sylvan Star stays on to win from A Time to Dream and Ngaga. In behind that, Good Time Gal. Further back then to Harvard Crimson. They were followed by Harlem Shake behind that one.
Well, there we go, Sylvan Star. And this Ascot bred, I've seen the Dam Sabine lecture.
Yeah.
What it is.
Silvano, when they get to staying races, there's no peer. Dynasty and Silvano, they're the two.
They're the big two, right, yeah.
But in Ngaga, I thought that she ran a good race for a 3-year-old. I think it might not be the right time of the year for her. You'll probably find she'll get better. Yeah. But I think, with a filly like her, you're trying to win a group race, just give her a big black type, and I think that was probably the plan. But anyway, she ran a good race, and she'll dance another dance. So it was a good race.
Good race. Time to Dream ran well as well.
Certainly, I've seen a lot weaker Group 3s on our calendar, but that was quite a nice race. We're going to go and have a look at the Magic Millions winners over the week. We've had a couple of them, and they've been good ones.
Yeah.
High Seas Beauty. And Roy had enough. Well, Roy didn't have enough.
No, he's coming up later.
He's coming up later, and he had more. He still didn't have enough. He said he's going to the next meeting and going to have some more. It's actually a fun interview because we put together Raymond Spielberg, in his indomitable style, has put together this huge montage of Roy and the left trying to catch his breath after chatting to Roy 5 times in a row, because Roy's got the driest sense of humour ever. And if you listen carefully, there's some innuendos there I've never heard on national television. And glad
Roy.
Yeah, glad it's an 18 show. But you'll enjoy it because if you didn't watch it, and most people don't get to see the interviews, they're quite fun. So that's coming up in our big segment, Your Call. Let's go and have a look at what we've got. The big news, obviously, is Arrogate getting beaten.
Yeah, now this is very interesting, James, because we were talking earlier. Arrogate is, as you know, the superstar who came out and won on the Cup Day in Dubai, showed what a great horse it was. He'd beaten everything that had come before him, and everything had gone wrong, and he'd won. And he went down to Delmar, I think it was, or was it?
Yeah, Delmar.
He went
it
down
was
to
the
Delmar.
San Diego Handicap. It's a Group 2, not even a Group 1. And he's just prepping for the Pacific.
And he got beat.
He got beat 15 lengths.
Well, that's not too bad.
Fourth out of 5 he ran.
With the defeat of Arrogate, James, they brought about the story of champions, but extreme champions like Arrogate, who have fallen when they've gone a bridge too far, and 6 of the 7 were in August. We'll touch on that in a moment, but I'll give you the names of the horses. Cigar, Citation, Arrogate, American Pharaoh, Gallant Fox, Secretariat, Man of War. All of them bar one was in August, suggesting these champions, you can't, we haven't got horses like that, and we sometimes go, many times we go race too far. Imagine how difficult it is, and you think these horses are going to win. They go for 1 to 100, 1 to 10.
This horse, and it was interesting to see the win show and place bets on the thing. The horse that won it is a horse called Accelerate. He hadn't run since September last year. Now he's looking at Lucky, who's one of the big stars on the thing. He's trained by John Sadler. Victor Espinosa rode him. And the funny thing is that that great filly Zenyatta.
Yes.
I think that John Sadler beat her too.
Yes,
as well.
That's right. John Sheriff trained Zenyatta. I remember street craft, big, massive street craft. She won 19 of 20.
Well, John Sadler trained the winner, and before the race, they're saying, "Well, you know, what are you doing there?" And they're nice to race for $50,000, second prize, this and the other. And he said, "Remember Zenyatta, boys. Just remember Zenyatta." It's also
well, James, when you look back at I remember Secretariat losing, lost to Onion.
Yeah. It was
like 1 to 100, and Onion was an upset of note. It was a great battle. I actually watched the race. Great battle.
Onion was trained by. He was trained by.
I know his name too, James. He did it twice.
Yeah. James, his son is James. He was a polo player, man. He's a great American trainer, Hall of Famer.
And he threw 2 major upsets, but Onion beat Secretariat, and some of them have been rolled. But James, it just shows that even if you've got the greatest horse and you're the greatest trainer around, it's very difficult to be spot on all the time.
Absolutely, and that's the problem with training ordinary horses, because ordinary horses have got to be spot on, otherwise they don't win. Unless you're Roy Mudley.
That's it.
You have 5 in them, on the day.
Let's talk about some racing news, James. What have you got in the racing news? There's been some news all around the world.
So Mark Prescott, who's a great mate, and so we follow what happens with him. He won the Prix de l'Abbé last year, and he knows what he's doing.
He's Sir Mark, isn't he?
Yeah, Sir Mark. He's got a horse called St. Michael, and they took it to America. He's not scared to travel normally to Lanark and Hamilton and all places that are a long way from Newmarket. That's where he likes to go. He travelled to Belmont, and the horse ran second in the Belmont Invitational, and he's taking it to Australia for the Melbourne Cup. He says good enough, 4-year-old Enter, and he says it's good enough. But talking about Australia, Winks, as we're talking, will have had her first barrier trial for the 20th of August when she steps out.
Show her well-being to public. That's right.
She's going to have 2 barrier trials, and
James, what I found interesting was in America, Saratoga were up 14%, but they've changed a lot of things, haven't they, for children, and they've made it.
They've got the Wi-Fi up to date so that everyone's on Wi-Fi there, so people can go there.
Yes, and that's a big plus today.
Huge, and their handle was up, but they had 32,000 people on the opening day at Saratoga. Now, if you haven't been to the Spa, Saratoga Spa, it has got to be on the bucket list. Every year I say this, and every year no one listens.
I've been to Hillcrest Spa. But I started to ask you about it, James. They've done something for the children, haven't they?
Huge children's centre. They built a beautiful children's centre.
And they're all catered for, and their parents can race.
Redone the grandstand. They spent a lot of money there, and it's fantastic. It shows you that it's not a dying sport if you cater for your patrons.
Yes,
I think that's the big
Pander
thing.
to them. You have to, James. Another great innovation was it Racing New South Wales?
Yeah.
They put out a huge farm for
Well, it shows you that now there's another business catering for their business, and they're worried about retired racehorses. So they bought this 2,600 acre farm, which they're going to rehab, rehome, and rebuild ex-racehorses. So you can send your horse there, no cost. They'll take it over, and they'll either rehabilitate it or rehome it or reschool it as something else and then sell it on to keep it viable. But this whole thing...
James, aren't they getting people to come in and view their place? And it's an
you can
attraction,
go,
isn't it?
You can go there and go and stay at the bed and breakfast. You're looking for a horse. You go there and you can buy one of their horses from them.
And
take it over.
every horse gets a dignified retirement.
Exactly. And then they've got trail riding and trout fishing and all those type of things that they've done.
And this is Racing New South Wales.
Racing New South Wales, a wonderful initiative. They bought this 2000.
And funded by the racing industry to a degree.
Well, what they do is they take 1% off stakes, and they use that to fund rehoming and rehabilitation of horses, which I think it's...
I think outstanding.
And retraining of them. So they've obviously got professionals there that are retraining them, schooling them to be show jumpers, dressage horses, polo ponies, whatever.
Treating them. Looking after them, grooming them.
And then selling them on, and obviously trying to make a profit, you know.
Yeah. And James, on a sadder note, was the handler being killed at Haydock. And now, I'm not absolutely sure the details, but I believe the pens went over him.
Well, I didn't know what had happened, but I just saw it, and I was just awful, you know.
Yeah, they stopped racing. It was the right thing to do.
Yeah. Unfortunate
accident at Haydock.
Okay, now the Gold Cup is coming up this weekend, and obviously you've got some fancies for it.
Well, I'm looking forward to 2-day meeting. You know, we're going to see the Vodacom Durban July winner take on Bella Bella and horses like that in the Group 1 over 9 furlong. That's fantastic.
That's Saturday.
Yes, I'm just talking about the 2-day festival, you know.
And then Sunday's the Gold Cup and the Premier's Champion Juvenile.
Premier's Champion Juvenile, find out what's going on. And it's great racing. It's a wonderful festival. As you do know that Mike McCarby, we've had on the show, and his pro sport team have got involved with Elan, got involved with Gold Circle, and brought celebrities and brought bands. And that side of the course is on Saturday is going to be for food courts and food tents and bands playing throughout the day. It really is a day, and you get a ticket that covers you for both days.
Yeah.
Great
and
idea.
to get a ticket for the inside, which covers you for everything.
Yes,
you know?
everything.
But I was interested to see that you got the recall as MC on Friday night, and the gala dinner on Thursday night.
Yeah,
Thursday night, you got the recall.
Well, they had a saying say there's no party without punch, so they phoned me. You know.
Exactly. Well, I hope you don't get a punch, okay?
I could get knocked out early. But the likes of Nick Mallett's coming. I believe he goes to an opening of an envelope.
Yeah.
But Nick Mallet will be there, and what's his name?
Kieran McAvoy or whatever.
No,
McElroy, not Rory.
No, the comedian.
Yeah,
fantastic comedian.
Aaron
and Delron Buckley, whose book's out now. He's an international footballer. So it's getting bigger all the time. I believe they're trying to get the captain of the Lions rugby team, the one who's injured, we were talking about. Warren Whiteley.
Yeah, the Comrades winners are going to be there.
The Comrades winner, that's right, yeah. And Warren Whiteley was thinking he'd be over his injury sooner, so wouldn't be able to make it. But interesting. And then there's obviously the Friday, well, it's not obvious, but there's Friday golf for all the celebrities and everybody here.
Oh, okay. And then
you got to play in that. You're one of the favourites.
No, I'm getting ready for the Wild Coast. You know,
the Green Jacket's still fit.
I've got to go and play the Wild Coast a few times. The Green Jacket is on Monday.
But you've lost a bit of form, James.
Starts on Monday. Yeah, I've gone out. It's a bit sad. But the thing is that, you know what? You can never keep class down. Never.
There is no substitute for class.
No substitute for class. Just on the Gold Cup, I started by asking you what you fancied for the race.
Inod.
Kinan.
No, I said Inod.
Is that Mike de Cock's horse?
Yes.
I like Kinan at the bottom of the weights. I think it's absolutely slung in. I think that horse we've tipped twice, Armando Moso.
Yeah. Good
He's
stay.
got to be there, and we're obviously pulling for him to win 3 gold races.
He'll be State of the Year.
Just unbelievable.
Sprint of the Year is tied up. State of the Year, Horse of the Year. It looks interesting. Great racing.
But I think at the weights, Kinan would be a very, very good each way bet.
I agree.
Okay, we're going to wrap it up. We're going to see Roy because everyone's looking to see Roy. I look forward to next week. And next week we got Rob Dalton on the show.
Fantastic.
Sun International.
He's done a lot.
Interesting. Yeah.
Summit.
Okay, we're finished. told you, we're finished. We're going to your call. Oh, well, here we are back again. Roy Mudley feature, and you did the interviews.
I did the interviews. I was fortunate to be working, and it was
that's
amazing.
Fortunate. I hear that's fortunate.
Yeah, it was amazing how they kept saying, no, we've got more to come, and I thought, very blasé, you know, gung-ho attitude, but they were completely on the button. But he's been a major player in the province, the biggest owner in the province for many years now.
Yeah, he deserves every bit of success he gets. Yeah. He spreads his horses around.
Yeah.
He's impossible to get money out of, but he does pay.
Yeah.
But
I've had no drama with him. I just think that, as you say, he's good to have in the game.
Well, you had the best horse that he ever had.
Yeah, no doubt. Are you listening, Roy?
Harry's son.
The best horse he's ever had.
Yeah, no doubt, by a long, long way.
By a long way, very good horse. But he's what I liked about his winners the other day, he's gone over, he's bought some Australian horses, he goes and buys at the sales here, and he breeds.
He can spin.
He can spin.
And he's got a lovely farm up in the Midlands.
Yeah.
And
well, here's the first.
Just before we go on to that.
Yes.
You'll see later on that he had the whole family, grandchildren there, the whole lot. Yeah.
He must have known something.
Yeah, he must have known something. And was Sullivan there? You know,
yeah, Sullivan.
Sullivan.
Yeah.
He was a good trainer.
Yeah,
Sullivan,
I saw him when Roy's had enough one.
Yeah.
And he said, Frankie Bananas told me to come.
That's
yeah, not Frank Robinson.
Yeah,
Frankie Bananas, our old watering hole.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, so Sullivan was there. You know, the brothers were here, and it's fantastic. The racing manager Gordon was here for the Big Five.
Yeah.
He had been away for a few weeks, but he was back for the Big Five. I think everyone knew except the bookmakers.
No, they didn't know.
They didn't know that Roy was coming with a big one. As I say,
I actually saw a guy's ticket. He won 41,800 rand to 50 rand. He took a 5-horse all to come. They all won.
Amazing.
It was fantastic for 50 rand. But
the first one he got to show, James, is his 1, 2, 3. Now we're looking for trainers have done it, but one individual owner running first, second, and third in KZN. I can't recall. I can think of. I know Old Man Millard had first, second, and third in the July twice. You know, but one owner. It's a very difficult. And you know the likes of Chris Van Niekerk, Marcus Ewers to have the numbers to do it. Yeah. But in KZN, let's go and have a look at his first 1, 2, 3.
On the inside, Marriott, the red sleeves and cab. They'll followed then further back by Roy's Marciano. Good to Give comes out for a run. And then comes Roy's Air Force, still got about 3 lengths to make up as they get to the 350. Restless Rogue, Marriott's coming on well. Good to Give's there. And then comes Roy's Air Force, who needs some running room, fighting on as Royal Security Power. And Roy's Marciano's also running on. Anybody's race. Roy's Marciano on the insides, fighting on with Royal Security Power. Here's Roy's Air Force, though. And Roy's Air Force won it. It's a 1, 2, 3 for Roy Moodley. Roy's Air Force won it. We'll go back for second and third. Royal Security Powers involved there with on the outside of that one Roy's Marciano, a 1, 2, 3 for Roy Moodley. So here's Roy's Air Force, who would have been an unlucky loser. Roy's Air Force, the rider, was looking for some running room. Ashton Arish, Paul Lafferty, that's the treble. And this is the Kings of Parcel, Roy Moodley, they win it. Second will go to number 1, Roy's Marciano. Third position will go to number 2, Royal Security Power. Then number 7, Good to Give. So well done all round. Roy Moodley owns the first 3 over the line. Returning to the winner's enclosure, managing to get a split was Roy's Air Force, Ashton Aries, Paul Lafferty, a trio of victories, and Roy Moodley owning first, second and third. The winner is bred by Wicklow Stud.
Well, there we are, a wonderful feat to get rolling, you know, and as I say, having all these horses and boom, 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 it's a great feat.
Oh yeah, it's you were lucky to win it. Looked like the Mayfair Speculator's horse was going to do you.
Yeah, it looked like he obviously had to switch.
Obviously a nice horse, and you know,
he's
you run 1, 2, 3, and who runs fourth? Mayfair Speculators.
Yeah, the big players.
Well done, Roy.
Okay, let's go on to the big 5 now. 5 winners in the day in KZN was on the Sunday, and it started with a horse that I bought.
Wednesday.
Was it Wednesday? Sorry.
Yeah.
Was it a Wednesday meeting?
Yeah.
I thought it
was last Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday the 19th, you're right. It started with a horse that I bought. I bought this horse from Roy's Hollyhock. I didn't name it. He obviously named it. But a horse that's going to win races. This is the first one. And this race that it wins...
It's an Australian horse, isn't it?
Yes, Australian, by Huson.
Yeah.
And
you like Huson?
I like Huson.
I think you like the name. Huson.
Yeah, Huson, that's it. So this was the first one, and from here we get to start to hear Roy Moodley's opinions throughout the day. Let's go for it.
Roy's Hollyhock still got about 7 or 8 lengths to make up. Pomona, Alice Nardo's thrown out the challenge. On the outside, Doctor's Answer. Pomona's looking for the line. Alice Nardo tries to close it down. Roy's Hollyhock's running on, so is Doctor's Answer. Alice Nardo, Roy's Hollyhock coming on strongly now. And Roy's Hollyhock got up to win by a length. Second, Alice Nardo. Third, Got Your Back and Pomona involved.
Well done, Roy. You're getting a couple of winners now. It's ticking over nicely.
Thanks, man. I think he's coming back to form now.
Yeah.
And Duncan gave me the confidence in his horse.
Yeah.
And he says, no, it's due to win today. I told a couple of guys also this. And
you got more runners, haven't you? Yeah, Roy's Regis or something. I'll give that a big chance later.
Yeah, definitely. I think all my runners got a chance.
Yeah.
They'll come in somewhere. Even if they run last, it's still fine. but they'll be somewhere.
Okay, so I will get to speak to you again today, possibly.
Definitely.
Definitely.
Well done to the trainer, the jockey. See, if you have a good jockey, it doesn't matter where it is placed. It'll come up, somewhere along the line. I think he's got 2 or 3 more of my rides. But well done to him.
Well done, Roy.
Thanks, Paul.
Thank you. Well done. Well, you had it all to do by the look of things. You were being scrubbed a long way back.
Yeah, it didn't work according to plan. I wanted to be a bit closer, but I didn't come out so well, and I got a bit squashed at the gates, and I just had to borrow my time. And lucky at the top of the straight, I managed to get out, and I knew if I get a clear run, she's going to kick on because she's got a good turn of foot. But she also still doesn't want to win. She wants to put her head up, and she still needs to do things the right way. But she won a good race.
Rest of your card?
I think I got a competitive card. Nothing stands out. I ride Roy Royale in the last race. I think he's got a chance.
Yeah,
I think drawn 1 must have a chance. I think we've got Frank's horse to beat there. And I ride Roll Zara for Roy. Ran a good race. 2-year-old against...
Have you ridden it?
No. All these are brand new ones for me. Brand new. So I'm just going on the form more than anything else. I think it'll run a good race. Yeah, I got competitive rides. I think the card is competitive. There's nothing on the card today that you can say is a good thing.
Thanks for your help.
Thank you very much. And to my sponsor, Vilgerbush Drift in Marisfontein, well done.
Well done. There we go. Roy's Hollyhock has won the 3rd race of the first leg of the Pick 6. Well fancied in the betting, so I think everyone should have stayed in. Here we go, James. That was it. Now, he was confident there of getting another win. And it just kept tumbling into place.
Yeah. One after the other.
Let's
see the next.
Yeah, let's have a look at the next one. This was Roy Zara, who was touched upon by Anthony. Big filly by Big Brown with big ears, but trotted up for a 2-year-old.
Run. On the outside of that and Pumi. Roy Zara is also running on. 2-3-2 still leads it. Down the inside, Roy Zara, followed by Miss Ferris and then Victory Cross. And it's Roy Zara now hit the front. And it's Roy Zara the leader and going on. And Roy Zara is going to win it. Roy Zara the winner by about 3. Second will go to Miss Ferris. The 3rd place to 2-3-2 and then came Victory Cross. Just confirming Liberty Market was one of the horses down. And I think the other one was Fontaine. Just to look through the binocs, I'll confirm it immediately after the slow-mo.
Roy and Mumsy coming forward. Come into we can get the backboard and come in, Mumsy. You coming close to me. So you can tell me who Zara is.
Oh, Actually, my name is Sarah. Yeah.
Oh, so
And when I was 7 years old, my sister changed it into Mumsy. I think she was a bit jealous.
but Mumsy, everyone knows you as Mumsy.
Yeah.
Roy, Zora.
You're still talking.
I thought you were nudging closer there, Roy. Let's speak to Mumsy then. Well done, Mumsy.
Yeah, well done to Anthony. And I'm sure that we will have another win course of the day. I'm hoping for that as well.
Which one?
I'm not sure. I can't tell it now, but we should have another win. And well done to the...
Roy, you said I'd definitely speak to you again today, and you were right.
Definitely, maybe another time also.
You're going to divulge which one you think it is?
I think the sixth race.
Sixth race.
Yeah, I think we got a good chance there.
Well done to both of you.
Well, thank you very much, Paul.
Thanks very much, Mumsy. There they go. He's the province's biggest patron, and he's getting the rewards. Well done. I loved the pedigree of this horse and the nice action. I thought this could be a horse, but is it too early?
Yeah, lovely action. I canted it down to the start. It gave me a good feel, and Keegan gave me a lot of confidence. He said, if you're not too far back, she's better than my filly. So when I jumped out of the gates, I jumped so well, and I was in a lovely position. And top of the straight, we were looking for a run because the horses in front of us were dying. So I couldn't get out. I had to follow Keegan through, but as soon as I got daylight, it quickened up very smartly. Thanks to Duncan. I don't do any work there, so and Keegan's a stable jockey, so I appreciate the rides.
Well done with the double.
Thanks very much.
Thank you. There we go. Anthony Delpesh produced it for Roy. Gordon's here today. Good to see him here. Mumsy, who is Zora. Zora is here as well. And Roy Zora, beautifully bred. Duncan Grimley from Glastonbury Farm in Australia bred this. Well done to all concerned. Yeah, then James, have you noticed how smartly Mumsy dresses?
Yeah, she's
an amazing dresser. She's always got fantastic
I think she's just a very, very nice person.
Yeah, very nice. Loves her racing.
Always supportive, and you just see her. She hangs around, helps Roy wherever, and
she's
Zora.
Zora Mumsy is always well dressed. Right, now we go on to a horse that's erroneously named. That was his next winner, James. Roy is second.
Yeah.
It certainly wasn't.
No, it's actually quite nice horses.
Yeah. Let's have a look. Alison Wright trained this one.
Good to go now. Roy is second, comes into the lead. Roy is second as the leader. Dundrum on the inside. Just Rappers towards the outside, but Roy is second is still going, and Roy is second is clear. Just Raps trying to close in. Dundrum on the inside with Noodle, but Roy is second, goes on to win. Roy is second by 3 lengths. Dundrum second, then Noodle and Just Rap. Returning to the winner's enclosure is Roy is second. 3 winners for Anthony Delpesh. In the same silks, 3 winners for Roy Moodley. This one is trained though by Alison Wright. Roy is second, is the winner, and this is a daughter of Horse Chestnut out of the Western Wintermere, Tropical Winter, owned and bred by Roy Moodley. Second win from 15 outings, Anthony Delpesh, the winning rider. Number 5, Roy is second, went off 6 rand 30 the win.
Well done, Mumsy.
Well, I told you we're going to have a win in the next race, yeah. But I'm sure this horse is going to do very well again. And well done to the jockey, and I'm sure Roy is smiling is all his way along. So we had a good day today.
Had a good day. Good day, Roy.
Thanks, Paul. I think we had a good day, as you mentioned, and I think we got another one in the next race. But only thing I don't know, according to my trainer, Duncan says no, he's got a good chance. That's his best run for today, right for today. But anyway, let's see what happens in the next race. And thanks to Alison, I think she did a well job, and Kevin also, I think they did well. Jockey, Bonge, you put him on the right one, he's there, and I see he's not going to ride anywhere else now. I think he's only in Durban and Joburg now, because I think he's got a good lead, and well done to him. Thank you.
Excellent, well done. There we are, Roy and Mumsy. Red letter today, 3 winners for them. Well done, Kevin and Alison. Roy bred this as well, so he said there might be another one. Yeah, Roy Moodley on the button, Jim, and again, this confident streak. I'd suggested earlier the day that Roy Regis could be second winner, aiming to be his 4th.
Well, I love it after the second interview. He says the 6th race, we've got to win the 6th race. And now he says, don't worry, we'll win the next race.
Yeah.
And So it unfolds.
Yeah, so it unfolds. Back to Duncan Howells. He got Keegan DeMello to ride this one for Roy.
Gone clear now, and it's Roy's Regis, Secret Success down the inside, Royal Explorer, but Roy's Regis is clear, and Roy's Regis is going to win. Roy's Regis by about 3 or 4 lengths. Gold Chalice will come out second best, then Singer's King, and behind that, Secret Success. For Roy Moodley. And Duncan Howell's another winner for his stable. This one owned by Roy Moodley. Back-to-back victories, went off the tote favourite.
Well done, Roy. It's been fantastic. Where's Mumsy? Oh, here we are. Let's start with Mumsy. Yeah. We start with Roy. Roy, well done.
Thanks, Paul. It was a good day. As you have noticed.
You were very confident.
Yeah, definitely. You got the good rides, got the good jockeys, got the good trainers, got a good horse. You got a chance.
Yeah, you got a chance.
We still got a chance in the next race. Haven't finished the day yet. Yeah. And,
Can I ask you whether Roy's Regis is? I don't know, you come with some funny ones.
Yeah, well, Roy's Regis is, I don't want to talk about that when my wife is there.
Mumsy, let's speak to Mumsy though, we'll forget the name. Well done.
I'll leave that to him. So I'm happy today that we had lots of wins, and it was a good day for us. And my grandchildren are here, we're having a lot of fun. Thanks to everyone.
Well done. Well done, Roy.
It was a good day. I think our grandchildren brought some luck too. It was nice having them here, having fun with them also, but let's see what happens in the next.
There we go, the ever-confident Roy Moodley. He's had 4 winners, Royal Regis, Schwaz here, bred by Clemley Stud in Queensborough. Well done to them. And Keegan DeMello Booten, his second for the day. He opened the card for Mark Dixon, and Duncan Howells and Roy Moodley, big days. Yeah, James, it's hard to believe he's going to have another one, and this was his closest and his most worrying moment. But I think a lot of the public were with him, because he tips to a few of his friends, Roy. He's not a punter, but he tips to a few. They always ask him, what are you going to do, Roy? And he tells him honestly, I think that's right, when he asks his trainers, he asks you, how do you think I'm going to do? Because he's got friends who want to know.
Listen, in his interviews, every single interview, he said, no, I've got another one coming, Now, if that goes out to people, there's a lot of viewers on Teletrack that want to watch these interviews for this very simple reason. And that as a PR exercise, Roy Moodley's got to get an A mark. Okay?
Yeah, correct.
Because he'd from one winner to the next, he didn't harp on the winner that he just had. He said, there's another one coming.
Yeah, another one, absolutely.
And this one, how this one, well, I thought Delpesh did his best. If we hadn't used it here, we would have used it as the plum of the
ride of the day, definitely.
Because this was the ride of the day. This horse had
Roy
no
Royale, who Anthony had touched on it earlier in the day, and he said, I've got a chance, Roy Royale. It's for the rights again, and let's go and have a look at his 5th winner.
At the 300-metre marker, the Lion Guard still leads it. Vampirella, Roy Royale, and Eddie Sweat starting to put in a claim. Victory Trip kept secret, but still the Lion Guard. The Lion Guard, Eddie Sweat's trying to come on strongly on the outside. The Lion Guard just holding on. Eddie Sweat's trying to get there with each and every stride. The Lion Guard, Roy Royale fights back, and Roy Royale got up from Lion Guard and then Eddie Sweat.
All right, come on in. Well, it's a superb day. Let's turn you around a little bit so we can see. You'll start with Mumsy this time. Well done, Mumsy. 5 is fantastic.
You expect him to be within.
You both came here with high expectations.
Yes, we did. And this is a very good win as well. And I'm sure that we're going to, the next race meeting, we'll have 5 wins again, hopefully.
Roy, just from your side, the people who follow you would have been very keyed up, because every time I interviewed you, you said, no, I'm going to win again today. I'm going to win again today. It mapped out.
Yeah, definitely I'm going to win the next race also, because when I go home, I'm going to leave my missus there.
Did you go jolly?
No, I'm going for the next race. You know, it's good to have 5 runners, 5 winners.
Yeah.
You know,
Very good day. I'm trying to rack my brain to think of an owner. You know, it'd have to be someone in the Uster Fanikirk League. 5 runners, 5 winners. It's a very unique record.
Yeah, definitely. I hope my record still stands. I don't know how long it's going to stand.
I'll ask Matthew Lips to check it up for me.
Yeah, please do. And thanks to you, to Paul. I think you were tired interviewing me for the whole day.
I've seen it up for you too.
I almost wrote the pick 6. Yeah.
Well done, Roy. Well done.
Thank you.
Thanks very much. There we are. A terrific day. 5 winners for Roy and Mumsy, and Anthony wrote 4 of them. His 4 winners were for Roy. But that concludes our meeting. It's been a good meeting, but certainly a day for Roy Woodley. Yeah, James, fitting tribute to a man who has a lot of horses. He breeds them himself. He does everything, and it's a unique day.
Yeah, he's a super guy. I really enjoy Roy.
I enjoy him. He's a character.
Dry sense of humor.
Reminds me of Peter Sellers.
Where did you get Hibri Roy from?
It was a name. I had 2 dogs called Hibri Roy, and I used to shout Hibri Roy all the time at him, and it was just a term of endearment.
Term of endearment for him. Yeah. Well, he loves it, and
he loves it.
You know, he loves tipping to the guys, and as you say, 4 Australian breds, 1 that he bred himself.
Yeah.
It's really an unbelievable feat when you think of it in an 8-race program.
2-year-olds to 7-year-olds.
Yeah, just winning 5 races. You have 5 runners on the day and winning with all 5 of them. My goodness gracious, it's unheard of.
Yeah.
I think in certainly I've never seen anything in my 42 years of training racehorses. I've never seen anything like this.
Yeah.
And good luck to him. He's a great stalwart of the racing game, and you know.
Yeah, it's a good tribute, and he deserves it.
Yeah, and he deserves many more winners too, Roy. We wish you and Mumsy many more winners and many more fun days at the races with your family, because that's what racing's about. It's a great day out if you can go and enjoy it with your family. And if you can have 5 winners, well, you know what, then you're one of the very, very lucky few.
That's right. That concludes your call. I hope you've enjoyed it.
Your world of winners is now online at www.teletrack.com. Simply subscribe to log into your account from any mobile device in South Africa and access a wide variety of content from our membership package options. Listen in via a live audio stream, catch live racing locally and internationally, or view a wide variety of Teletrack magazine shows to stay informed and updated on the go at any time. It's never been easier. Go to teletrack.com now.